The slow decline of the Sidemen. You used to look forward to their videos. Now you click out of habit, and you're not even sure why.
All right, you see that? You guys see this?
Something changed, and nobody's really talking about it. Chapter 1, where it all started. Cast your mind back. We're talking 2013, 2014. 7 guys, mostly teenagers, making videos out of their bedrooms. No brand deals plastered across the screen, no massive production crews, no celebrity cameos. Just them.
Slow it down! Creature was sick! Bring me your dicks!
It was chaotic, it was messy, and it was completely real. And that's exactly why people loved it. There was this unspoken thing they had with their audience. It felt like you were watching your mates. The kind of content where you're genuinely laughing because they're genuinely laughing. Not because an editor dropped a sound effect in. The banter wasn't scripted. The arguments were real. The loses hurt, and the wins felt earned. And the fans felt that. The Sidemen didn't just build a subscriber count, they built a community. People would defend these guys like family. Not because they told you to, because they'd given you years of content that felt personal. That was the golden era.
Bro, wait. Bro, why is there people stuff in here? No, surely, bruv.
Lad, there's people stuff in there.
And for a while, it felt like it'd last forever. Chapter 2. The shift. There wasn't one moment where everything changed. That's what makes it hard to pinpoint. It was gradual. A slow drift that if you were watching week to week, you probably didn't notice. Until one day you looked up and realized things were very different. The videos got bigger, properly big. Charity matches filling out stadiums. Sunday league selling out merch drops. Sidemen Sundays going from low-budget chaos to high-budget productions with dozens of people behind the camera. On paper, that sounds like a success story. And in a lot of ways, it is. But something got lost in the scale. When you're making a video for a few thousand people who found you on YouTube in 2014, you make what you find funny. When you're making a video for 20 million subscribers, you start making what performs. And those two things are not always the same. The thumbnails changed. Every single one started looking the same. Exaggerated expressions, block capitals, colors designed to pop on a mobile screen. Which, fine, that's modern YouTube. But when your content starts matching the thumbnail, loud, surface level, engineered for engagement, that's when it stops feeling like something made for you and starts feeling like something made at you. Chapter 3. The money, the merch, and the audience that came with it. Let's talk about the business side, because you can't have this conversation without it. The Sidemen are not just YouTubers anymore. They've got sidearms, sides, SDMN clothing, the restaurant. They've built an actual empire, and genuinely, good for them. Nobody's saying they shouldn't be successful. But when the content becomes a vehicle for the business, rather than the business being a byproduct of great content, the viewer feels it. Every video that opens with "Before we start, check out." Every collab that feels more like a promo than a genuine hang. Every challenge that conveniently features a product one of them owns. And then there's the audience shift. The Sidemen's core demographic has gotten younger, a lot younger, and the content has followed that, which makes commercial sense. Younger viewers watch more, engage more, buy merch more, but it's meant that the rawness, the edge, the moments that made older fans feel like this was their content, that's largely gone. It's been sanded down, polished, safe. The guys who used to roast each other without pulling a single punch now have to think about brand image, about how a clip looks out of context, about the 10-year-old watching with their parents. You can't blame them for that, but you can acknowledge that it changed things. Chapter 4. Where does that leave us? Here's the thing though, and this is the part that's actually kind of sad. You can tell, in flashes, that the real version of them is still in there.
Name a dead YouTube channel.
Deji.
Oh, wow, that's family. That's family, bro. That's family.
Catch them in a genuine moment. A bet that actually matters. A game that genuinely gets competitive. a conversation that goes somewhere unplanned. And it's there. That thing they had. It hasn't disappeared, but it's rare now. And when it does appear, it feels like a reminder of what they used to be rather than a sign of what they still are. The Sidemen built their legacy on being authentic in a space full of people performing. The irony is that somewhere along the way, the performance crept in anyway. Not out of malice, out of growth, out of business, out of a natural evolution that comes with going from bedroom YouTubers to one of the biggest creator brands in the world. Maybe the decline isn't really a decline. Maybe it's just a transformation that a certain generation of fans hasn't been able to follow them through. Maybe the 10-year-old watching their videos today will look back in 10 years and feel exactly the same nostalgia that their older fans feel now. Or maybe, and this is the uncomfortable version, the thing that made them special genuinely can't survive at the scale they're operating at. Maybe authenticity has a ceiling and they hit it. Either way, something shifted. And whether you're still watching or you quietly fell off, I think most people who were there in the early days know exactly what I mean.